Hello, all of my beautiful Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising Sign friends. My name is LaChon with Power Life Hypnosis, and this is your June 2018 Love and Romance reading. As always, I would like to say thank you so much to all of those who have thumbs up and liked my videos. Thank you to all of those who have commented and shared my videos. Thank you to all of my old subscribers as well as all of my new subscribers. I appreciate the support from you all. If you would like to book a private reading with me, you can do so at my website, POWERLIFEHYPNOSIS.com. You can also contact me at any time through the Instant Go app, and the Instant Go app is free and available for iOS, so that is over iPhone and iPad. So if you have any questions, again, you can contact me at any time through the Instant Go app, and the link for that is www.instantgo.com/powerlifehypnosis. Both links are in the description box below. Also, if you are single and you would like to know who your future long-term romantic partner is, including details such as when and where you'll meet your partner, what your partner will look like, how to recognize him or her, as well as align yourself with your partner and the relationship of your dreams, you can book a future partner reading with me now through the description box below. You can also book an extended future partner reading with me through the description box below as well, so please check that out. These are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. If they do not resonate with you, please check your moon and rising sign videos, as those messages may. And if the messages do resonate, please check your moon, sun, and rising sign videos in order to gain a more complete picture of your love and romantic relationships during the June 2018 month. Alrighty, so my lovely, lovely twins, let's go ahead and get started on your reading. My fellow twins, because my Venus is in Gemini, so let's see what we have going on here. So for your reading, what I did was I took two cards for the overall theme of your love life. I have two predictions here as well as some guidance that we'll get into. So let's go ahead and get started with your reading. So first off, excuse me, for your theme, I have two cards here. And the first card is the card of honeymoon. And this says, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. And then I have here, free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So taking these two cards together regarding a theme, I can see here that it looks like many of you are going to be perhaps freeing yourself from a challenging relationship or freeing yourself from challenging aspects of a relationship. You're going to be taking back control of your life in some way, taking back your power in some way. You may be setting boundaries around yourself. You may be going off into seclusion, which is also what I'm getting here from this honeymoon card. So it looks like many of you may be freeing yourself from a challenging situation during the June month. And then it looks like you may be spending time again to yourself, maybe in order to heal, maybe in order to process, maybe in order to, figure out what you're going to do next with this connection or with this situation. But this honeymoon card to me, instead of representing, being on a honeymoon with a significant other, in this sense, to me, it is speaking of being in seclusion, being in isolation, maybe being away, alone by yourself, but for good reasons. This is going away by choice. So this is being in isolation. This is taking time to yourself. This is taking time to renew, to gain renewal, for example, to heal. But again, this is taking time to yourself away from a situation. Now, before I go into what I have for your predictions, let me say that the themes that I'm seeing heavily in your reading are conversations as well as, moving away from something, walking away from something. Again, you could be freeing yourself from someone or from a challenging relationship during the month of June. So that being said, let's go ahead and get into your first prediction. So for your first prediction I have here, this is the garden, the house, and then we have here the one ring. So this is the ring card. So again, we have the garden, we have the house, and we have the ring. So taking these 3 cards together, again with this this garden card here. The garden card here is a card of communications. So this can again signify that there's some communication that's going to be a large theme for you during the month of June. But this garden card here can also mean a party. It can also mean gatherings. It can also mean meetings. It means groups of people. Regarding romance, it can stand for meeting somebody at a public event, or meeting somebody at a gathering, or meeting somebody at a party. You could have met somebody at a house party, for example, with this house card here in the middle. And you could be settling down or making some kind of commitment or making some kind of promise to maybe somebody you met at a house party for some of you, because this ring card here stands for promises. It stands for commitments. So others of you could be speaking of and talking to somebody about settling down, about creating a foundation, about a commitment in your relationship, potentially about the next step and moving forward with a stronger bond and a stronger commitment. So that may be a topic of conversation for many of you during June. I keep wanting to say, man, I can't believe that June is here already. So this garden card can also mean being promiscuous or not wanting to settle down. So let's see. So some of you could be not wanting to settle down in a commitment that seems solid. So you may be seeking to be a little bit more promiscuous, or you may not want to settle down with one person. You may not want to commit to one person, even though you are in a solid foundation, a solid connection rather, a connection with a solid foundation. So that could be what some of you are experiencing. Some of you can, again, feel like you're not ready to settle down within this solid connection here, or you may be wanting to be a little bit more promiscuous. Again, some of you could be having discussions and talking about settling down and committing to one another and solidifying your union. Again, for others of you, playing the field and being a little bit more free and uninhibited may make you feel more secure in your romantic connections. Or some of you may be stepping out of a connection, again, because we have a card here of not wanting to settle down. But again, I'm seeing here a large theme of discussing, a large thing of talking. It could be that somebody doesn't want to settle down. So this could be your partner as well. Please keep this in mind, because this is a general reading. So this energy can go for you, Gemini, or it can go for your partner. So it could be that you don't want to settle down in a secure relationship, or it could be that the other person doesn't want to settle down. But again, I do have here energy of security, settling down. Some people may not want to do that. Other people may be discussing that. So these are the different themes that I see going on here with this Lenormand reading here. So for your next prediction, I'm going to go ahead and use my prediction cards. And I actually am very excited because this is the first reading that I'm doing with the new version of my prediction cards. So for your second prediction, twins, on the bottom of the deck here, I can see that there will be some miscommunications or some misunderstandings that may be a factor in your love life during the month of June. So if you are involved with somebody, you may be having a miscommunication or misunderstanding with them. So let's go ahead and look into this actual prediction here, and let's see what we have regarding your love life during the June month. Please forgive me if I say May. I still feel like it is still May, but for some reason it's hard for me to wrap my mind around the fact that it's now June. We're going into June. Okay, so I see here that many of you in a romantic connection here, it looks like some of you may have been holding on to a connection. Maybe some of you were still attempting to show your love in a connection after there was some betrayal by a karmic partner. So regarding the people I see in this spread here, I'm seeing a karmic partner. So for many of you, this could be a new lover that you have gained within, say, this year, for example, maybe at the end of last year. But this is a more recent lover for many of you. I'm feeling as though this is one lover as opposed to a karmic partner and a new lover. But for some of you, this can be 2 two different people. We'll see here how that works out. But again, I'm seeing a karmic partner. I'm seeing this person is going to be a soulmate as well. Of course, if this is a karmic partner, then it will make sense that this is a soulmate. So that's the person that I'm seeing here. So many of you are dealing with the karmic partner. So this is a partner that you are meant to clear some karmic debt with or handle some karmic debt with. So you may have a challenging relationship with this person. Some of you, at the very least, this situation or this relationship is meant to teach you about yourself, teach you, how to move forward in a better, stronger, more evolved way. It's meant to, for example, bring up some shadow issues in order for you to process them and heal them. This is supposed to be a very significant relationship in order to help you grow, learn, move forward in some type of way. So again, I have here a situation where in the past, it looks like some of you may have been holding on to and continuing to try to show love to a person, even though this person may have betrayed you, or you may have betrayed this person and they may have been trying to show love to you still. And this is this karmic partner that we're speaking of. So I see here that, moving past this showing love to this person, or somebody's trying to show their love, somebody's trying to hold on to the relationship despite this betrayal. So you could have betrayed a karmic partner, a karmic partner could have betrayed you. I just saw 11:11 on the clock. So that's, spiritual transformation and spiritual growth here that's happening from this situation. I just saw 1119. So there could be some major endings. Some spiritual growth could lead to an ending for some of you. I just saw 1127. So again, that is solidifying that message, because that is a 9 as well, that spiritual growth for many of you may lead to an ending in a situation, or ending of a cycle, or ending in some kind of way. So let's see here. Okay, so I have here that it looks like there was some control and manipulation. So that may be where this betrayal came from for many of you. I just saw 11:55 on the clock. So that means major changes are coming. Not spiritual changes, but, spiritual growth, evolution could lead to major changes here. Okay, so let's go back to the cards. So I see here, there could have been some control and manipulation. That could be what this betrayal was. But whatever is going on here, whatever this betrayal was, or whatever this control and manipulation was, it looks like it led to some type of karmic lesson for you, Geminis, or it could be for the other person. But because this is your reading, I'm assuming this is going to be a karmic lesson for you, twins. So I'm seeing here some kind of karmic lesson that you may have learned, may have experienced, from either isolating yourself from this karmic partner, or due to isolating yourself from this karmic partner. And again, for many of you, I'm seeing that this karmic partner is more of a recent partner, because I have this new lover here that's popping up. So it looks like you were learning some karmic lessons while in isolation from this new lover, or while isolating yourself. Again, this honeymoon card. This honeymoon card is similar to this isolation card, in that it means, going away, spending time alone. In this case, this would be, with you, with your own thoughts, with yourself, because you are your own loved one. So this is spending time with yourself, with your loved one. Okay, so what's going on right now is I see that there have been some kind of messages. So these can be text messages, this can be over the phone, this can be through email, this can be over some type of social media platform, this can be, over an app. This is just some kind of messages have been sent, some type of messages have been received. So you could have sent a message, or somebody else could have sent a message to you. You could have had a discussion with somebody. They could have brought some news to you. And it looks like this news here let's see. Actually, this news here it looks like it is about some challenges in the relationship and improving those. Coming to a better place in this relationship. So it looks like this conversation that you're going to have is going to be about improving whatever challenging situation you had here, making better, this betrayal, making better this control and manipulative situation. So it looks like there's going to be here some positive energy, a reconciliation, some improvements in this connection. So that looks like that's going to be going on around the time of watching this reading. Maybe it has happened already. Maybe it's happened today. Maybe it's happened in the last few days. Maybe it's just coming up in the next few days. But I do see here that this is the energy going on at present. So again, there's going to be some news, some messages received, bringing some type of improvements to this challenging situation, and it could be leading to a reconciliation for you two, especially if you haven't seen each other in a while. So moving forward, I see here that, so this is on the other side of this energy. Perhaps this could be the first half of the month, for example, for many of you. But I do see here that it looks like, let's see, yes, okay, so I'm seeing here that, so say that you're in a situation where, you know, that other person wasn't speaking to you for a while, or you may have not been speaking to this significant other for a while, because I do see here that there was or has been or will be some ghosting. But I'm feeling as though this is more of a past energy, because this ghosting here, so when I say ghost, I mean somebody's not talking to somebody, somebody has cut communication from somebody is not being responsive, somebody is not replying to messages, somebody is not engaging with the other person. So somebody could have just cut communication from somebody, or somebody could just be quiet, you know, not responding to text messages. So it's as likely that this is going to be the other individual, Gemini, but again, it could be you ghosting the other person, because this is a general reading. So I'm seeing here that it looks like this ghosting situation where somebody is not talking to the other person because of some unresolved issues. This may come to a completion, because again, I do see here improvements to the situation. I do see here a reconciliation here, but I do see here that there may be, okay, so there's different ways that this can go. So if there has not been ghosting in the past, say you guys have been in constant contact, or you have been in contact, then there may be some ghosting coming up in the future. So for the first half of the month, for example, there may be some people who are not in communication with their significant other. If that is not the case, and if there has been ghosting in the past, if there has been some miscommunications or a lack of communication in the past, it looks like this situation is going to be evolving, and this situation where there has been ghosting is going to come to a completion. So something's going to come to a completion here for many of you. Especially if you are a female, you are a female here, because I see here a mature female or an older female. So some of you could be an older female dealing with a younger individual, or you could just be a mature female in this situation, feeling mature in this situation, you know, feeling like you have this situation covered. Or some of you could be dealing with an older female or dealing with a mature female. So this is regardless of who you date. You know, I just see here, and I'm sorry, of who you are. I just see here a female who may be older, may be more mature, or I'm sorry, who may be older or may be feeling mature in the situation, or may be mature in the situation. So again, I'm seeing here in the beginning portion of the month, again, so either somebody is going to ghost somebody if that hasn't happened already, or if that has happened already, it looks like the situation is going to evolve, because I see here, you know, the unresolved issues here regarding this ghosting situation is going to come to a completion, or this ghosting situation due to some unresolved issues between you two is going to come to a completion. So on the other side of that energy, so for example, moving into the ending portion of the month, I do see here that there will be a change in direction. So where there were challenges, you know, where there was this ghosting energy, where there was this control and manipulation, where there was this betrayal with this karmic partner, it looks like things are going to change in direction. And this is likely because there were karmic lessons that have been learned. There were karmic lessons that have been experienced through this situation. And these karmic lessons are what is allowing the improvements in this situation. Because of the karmic lessons, there can be improvements. Because of the karmic lessons learned, you may be approaching this situation in a different way, you know. So that is why this reconciliation energy is here, making this, you know, a positive reading here. So then we have here that There's going to be a change in direction again with this soulmate regarding your conversations. And there could be a change in direction in this being a toxic connection. So it could, evolve into a more healthy relationship. But I do see here again a change in direction regarding these conversations with this person. So let's see. Again, I see a change in conversation regarding this toxic connection. I'm sorry, change in direction here. A change in direction through conversations regarding this toxic connection. So this can go, several different ways. However this change of direction goes, it's going to be different for each and every one of you. But I do see here that these conversations are going to be coming up, that there will be messages, and the messages are going to change the direction from this ghosting energy, from these challenges, from this betrayal, from this toxic connection. So it could be that the connection gets better for some of you. For others of you, it could be that one of you decides to walk away from this situation or in this situation, or move on from this situation and free yourself. So this is going to be different for all of you because this is a general reading. So some of you may decide to, it could be that some of you may decide to, I'm thinking shack up with this person, with this house card here. So some of you may have a discussion with this person and decide to partner up with this person. So this is going to go different ways again. Some of you could decide to partner up with this person and commit to this person because this is stability, this is security, this is a strong foundation. This is settling down in a commitment, in a partnership, in a committed partnership. You're committing to this person. So you could be speaking about committing to this person. Others of you could be having a conversation with this person and deciding to free yourself. So this can go either way for you all. It just depends on your particular situation. But again, if there's a conversation that you've been wanting, if there's a conversation that you've been hoping to have, I do see that coming through. I definitely see that coming through during the month of June. So again, there could be messages and stuff received now. And then going towards the end of the month, it looks like there's going to be a big conversation, maybe a conversation that you have been waiting for. Okay, so, and please come back for the mid-monthly readings in order to see how this energy evolves. So I'm going to go ahead here and pull the cards for your guidance. So I have 3 sets of guidance here. I have 2 sets of guidance, rather, some empowerment messages, and then I have your postcard from Spirit, and that'll go ahead and wrap up your reading. So let's move forward into the second portion of the reading now. So regarding your guidance, twins, I have here 3 cards. So I have here the card of, the first card that came out actually, that popped out of the deck, and you wouldn't believe this. This is Aqua Aura. And as you can see, it says healthy communication in relationships. So this is why I say that communication is going to be a large theme for you in the month of June, because I have here, let's see, like 1, 2, 3, 4 cards here speaking of communications. So this Aqua Aura card says healthy communication in relationships, heart to heart discussions. Oops, card jumped out of my hands. Heart to heart discussions. So don't run away from these discussions. I don't know if you guys saw that card just jump and flip out of my hand. Don't run away from having the discussions. Have this talk, have this discussion, even if you don't want to have it, even if you may have fears, or even if there's misunderstandings and miscommunications. It can be with, it can behoove you, it can be a benefit to you to have this conversation. Heart to heart discussions and clear assertive communication help you understand and be understood. So it's very important that you have this conversation. When it comes to having important conversations, it could be a good idea to listen twice as much as we speak. However, speak, listen to the other person, listen to the other person's side, and also say what you have to say. Speak up, don't hold things in, because honest communication and relationships is about transparency, and it's about honesty and sharing how we really feel. Even if we are afraid, or even if we think the other person doesn't like it, it's about really sharing ourselves. That's what relating is about. So Have a heart-to-heart communication, have heart-to-heart discussion, and use clear and assertive communication, because that will help you be understood and that will help you understand the situation. You know, just listen, listen without judgment, and speak honestly and speak truthfully. So the next card that I have here is Rubellite, and it says passion and purpose. Your enthusiasm gives you energy and motivation to work on a meaningful project that's dear to your heart. So this could be a meaningful project dear to your heart regarding this relationship. For example, if some of you are seeking a commitment, or maybe some of you want to free yourself from this situation. However this resonates with you. I see here that, again, your enthusiasm gives you energy and motivation to do whatever it is that you want to do. It gives you the energy and motivation to work on this partnership, or to work on moving forward, or to work on bringing happiness and harmony and fulfillment to your love life in general. So you have the passion, you have the purpose, and you have the enthusiasm. So that's very good energy. You know, that's much better than having energy such as slow moving energy. You know, you have passion, you know, you have purpose, you know what you want, and you are ready and you are willing and you are able to attain that, Geminis. So I have here also Garnet. I have here Garnet, and this says purification and detoxification. It's time to release physical and energetic toxins from your life. I have this bracelet here that has garnet on it. Now I know why I took it out. I'm going to put it on. I didn't know why I took out this bracelet in particular, and I just kind of put it to the side just now as I did this reading, but now I see why I have this garnet, why I took out this bracelet with garnet on it. So again, purification and detoxification. It's time to release physical and energetic toxins from your life. So this can be anything that is dragging you down, whether it be a person. So if a person is dragging you down, you may decide to put up boundaries, or you may decide to free yourself from the situation. Or if a person is lowering your energy, you know, if it's an aspect of this relationship that's lowering your energy. You know, last night I had kind of a revelation when it comes to relationships, which is something that I knew and I thought about already, but you know, I had to think about a situation that I'm involved in, and I realized that the best thing to do is to place more emphasis and place your emphasis on the aspects of the relationship that you like, on the aspects of the relationship that make you happy. If you are in a situation where maybe you do want to settle down with this person, or maybe you're in a situation, and this can be in any relationship, actually, in any relationship, put the most focus, place your emphasis on the aspects of the relationship that you like. See, what a lot of us end up doing is we end up putting emphasis on the aspects of the relationship that we don't like. Say, for example, if somebody is ghosting us, you know, that could cause somebody to have a reaction where their fears of abandonment are triggered. And because of that, that will cause us to, for example, chase after the person, or attempt to reach out to the person when they are not reaching out to us. Again, because of our own fears, because of our own issues with abandonment, because when people ghost other people, that is what the purpose of that is. It is to, you know, sometimes it can be on, sometimes it can be just a decision. We don't want to talk to this person. But when somebody ghosts somebody on purpose, when they plan on coming back to them, they do it in order to trigger our fears of abandonment, because it does trigger this primal need in us to have attention, to feel loved, to feel recognized as an individual and as a human being. So what happens is we end up putting emphasis into this aspect of the relationship we don't like, and then we wonder why we get more of that. You know, because the other person can see that we are responding to this. So we wonder why we get more of the aspects we don't like. Well, instead of doing that, place more emphasis on the aspects of the relationship that we do like, the aspects of the relationship that are working for us. So it's time to release physical and energetic toxins from your life. Whatever is not working for you, instead of putting energy into this, you know, remove your energy from that and place it elsewhere. Place it on what does make you happy, whether this be a hobby, whether this be spending time with friends, whether this be your career, whether this be on creative pursuits. Remove your energy from what is not serving you. Remove your energy from what is dragging you down. Remove your energy from what is making you happy. Free yourself from this energy here and move forward to what makes you happy, what feels good. You know, that's the only way that we can attain happiness. It's not through other people, but it is by, you know, reaching out to happiness. It is by looking for happiness. It is by gravitating towards what makes us happy and away from what doesn't. Alrighty. So 20 twins. For your guidance from my Wisdom of the Oracle cards here, the first card that I have here on the bottom of the deck is time to go. So that's why I say I see a theme here of, again, freeing yourself, leaving a situation, walking away. For some of you, it is time to go. I have here number 38, to be fair. Number 33, chaos and conflict. Both of these cards, all three of these cards rather, are in the upright position. And then I have here number 9, Treasure Island in the reverse. So let's see what we have here. So taking these cards together, I can see here that, okay, so we have time to go. Number 45, this is a 9 energy. So this speaks of some type of ending. There's some type of ending that needs to occur, that needs to transpire, that needs to take place within your love lives, Gemini. So this can be, again, leaving a person. This can be leaving a person. This can be leaving a relationship for many of you. And it's time to go card says, you know, when we continue to chase after something that is fleeting for us, when we continue to pursue something that is not fulfilling, something that is not giving back to us what we are putting in, you know, there's nothing romantic about that. There's nothing sweet about that. There's nothing loving about chasing after what flees from us. There's nothing happy about chasing after what flees from us. You know, it should be an equal give and take when it comes to love and when it comes to romance. So if there is something that is not working out for you, it could be time to go. It could be time to end a situation. It could be time to leave a situation. You'll know how this resonates, whether if it's a person, whether if it's, say, there's something that you have been asking for in a relationship and it's creating problems or it's not happening. However this resonates with you, it's time to leave that alone. And it's time for, you know, time to move away from that situation. And it could be fearful, or it could be frightening rather, because you may be going into the unknown. Looking at this card, I see this woman and it looks like she's hesitating moving forward because she doesn't want to go into the unknown. You know, if you can see that door way out there in the future, you know, it's like she could be hesitating because she doesn't know what's on the other side of that door. She doesn't know what's going to happen as she moves forward on this bridge. So she may not want to step into the unknown, because for our subconscious minds, the unknown is representative of fear. You know, we associate the unknown with fear. What is familiar to us is easier for us, is from, you know, what is familiar to us, what we know, is easier for our subconscious minds to work with, to deal with, because we already know what to expect. So even if we are in a challenging relationship that we need to free ourselves from, our subconscious mind knows what to expect. Our subconscious mind is familiar with the reactions in this relationship, with dealing with this relationship. So anything aside from that, anything further than that, the subconscious mind is going to be hesitant. Even if it's leaving a toxic situation, the subconscious mind is going to be hesitant because it's going to say, wait a minute, I know, you know, even though I'm in a challenging relationship, I know what this is like. I know how to deal with this. This is familiar to me. But moving forward without this person is going to feel unfamiliar, and that's going to be scary for me. But, you know that this is just your subconscious mind's natural reaction to the unknown. That's how it is regarding anything. Think about, you know, the first time you ever jumped in water. You know, that was scary, but once you did it, you may have learned to love water. For those of you who do like to swim, you know, I like to swim. I like water. So, you know, the first time, before you ever jumped in water, before you ever swam, or before you ever jumped off the high board, or the high dive, before you drove for the first time, before you know, did any of these things, it could have been frightening. However, once you started to do it, or once you just took took that plunge and jumped in and did this unfamiliar thing, you realize that it's not as bad as you think. It's not as scary as you think. So know that rejection is God's protection. If something is not working for you, if there's something that you are not able to attain, know that this is for the better. But again, if there's something that is challenging for you, if there is a soul contract that just seems to be done, sometimes our soul contracts can end in relationships, and this can happen when there are no more lessons for us to learn. So within karmic relationships, within karmic partnerships, I know that this happened with me and my false twin many years ago. I realized that there was no need to move forward, in this connection, in these connections, because the soul contract ends. With karmic partners, again, with false twins who can be maybe considered karmic partners, I don't know, but they're definitely soulmates. Your soul contract can end. There could be no more lessons for you to learn in this situation. And when there are no lessons for you to learn in this situation, that means it's time to go on about your life. You've learned what you need to learn. You've gotten the lessons. You've learned the karmic lessons. You've grown. You've evolved. And now you're in the space where spirit, God, universe, your guides have led you to this place to now you can move forward and learn the rest of the lessons that you need to learn. Move forward and achieve new experiences or reach new heights, because life is about the journey, not the experience. So we're going to continue to learn lessons. So this is saying it's time to go, move on. For some of you, a soul contract may have ended. It's time to have that conversation, move on, and continue to enjoy your life. Free yourself from anything toxic, from anything that is not working for you, and move toward happiness, healthy relationships, fulfillment, wholeness, even if maybe you have to be single for a while, for example, or maybe some of you, it's time for you to go to a house party. If you get invited to any house parties this month, it could be a good idea for you to go, because you may meet somebody there who you may commit to. Okay, if you go to a house party this month. Some of you have been going through cycles of discussion, so you may be going through some cycles here. Do I have another card here about cycles? Oh, I do. Okay, so that is coming up on the end. Wow. So some of you are going through cycles where you may be conversing with your significant other about starting a family, about settling down. So for some of you, you may not have been successful in these conversations before, and it's time to bring these conversations up again, something like that. All right, so moving forward with the guidance that I have here. So again, I have this To Be Fair card. This is card number 38. So 8, 9, 10, 11. So this speaks of, again, spiritual growth, spiritual evolution, learning, evolving, ascending. And this is also speaking of balance, fairness, decisions. Again, fairness, balance, because we have this To Be Fair card. So there's different meanings in this card. One meaning in this card is, again, if this is speaking of conversations, this is speaking of dealing with another person. This is saying to be fair. This is a good time to speak as well as listen, listen as well as speak. Seek balance in this connection. Seek fairness in this connection. So this may mean compromising. And if this is not compromising, this could be honestly sharing what you need in order for the other person to meet you halfway or meet your needs, because people can't meet our needs. Other people are not mind readers when it comes to our needs, so we have to speak up about them. So this could even be speaking up about your needs, saying it is what you want, and allowing the other person to step up and give you those things. So I have here this, so this To Be Fair card, another meaning of this card is life can be like a pendulum where it can swing back and forth. 1 minute it's good, the other minute it's challenging. Then it can go back to good, then it can go back to challenging. But as we go back and forth, there's all these little steps in between. So know that, your life, our lives are like pendulums. It's like the yin yang symbol. There's good. Sometimes within that good, or within that good, there could be a little bit of bad. There's bad, there are more challenging times, but within those challenging times, there's good. So our lives swing back and forth. And know that if you are in a cycle right now, or if you are in a phase right now where the pendulum is on the challenging side, in due time, soon enough, the pendulum will swing back the other way. The pendulum will swing back the other way. But it is advised for you to not judge the experiences that you're having. Just look at them for what they are, You know, especially if you're learning lessons right now, look at the experiences for what they are. You know, if they're lessons, karmic lessons here, appreciate them. You know, take note of them so you can really see what this period is for. But again, seek balance when it comes to communications with others, when it comes to relating with others, meet each other halfway, be fair, seek fairness. And also know if you are in a challenging phase in your life right now, things will move back and forth, you know, and as long as you let go of judging the experiences that you're having, that can relieve any challenging energy, you know, because life is really all about how we perceive things. And we can perceive a situation as challenging, and if we do that, it will be challenging. Or we can perceive a situation as an experience that is necessary and just something that we have to go through in lives, and that in our lives, and that will relieve some of that challenging energy regarding that situation. So we can choose to look at our experiences any way we want. We don't have to look at them one way. So if there's a situation that is bringing challenges and making us feel bad, we can choose to look at it in an entirely different way. For example, if someone is ghosting us, we can look at this as an example. Instead of saying, you know, oh my God, somebody is ghosting me. You know, why won't they talk to me? Why won't they, do they love me? Do they care about me? You know, that puts us in a disempowering place, because that makes it so that other person is higher than we are in status and ranking. You know, that other person is up on a pedestal. Why won't they give us attention? Why won't they talk to us? You know, why are they ignoring us? From there, we should pay attention to our own lives, turn our attention to our own lives, and that's a better way to attract somebody to us. But again, I'm seeing here, you know, be fair, seek balance. Life will swing back into the positive side. It could be a good idea for you to focus on yourself. If you are not in communication with somebody and it is, you know, driving you a little crazy, or you are feeling uncomfortable about it, or some challenging energy around it, again, it could be a good idea to focus on yourself, focus on making yourself happy. Again, gravitate towards what brings you joy versus what lowers your energy. And then I have here this chaos and conflict card, number 33. And this is actually a good card here, because this card says that even though there may be chaos, even though there may be conflict within your love life, please take this moment, you know, take this moment and use it to your benefit. So the good thing is, when there's chaos, when there's conflict, everything gets shaken up. The foundation of the situation gets shaken up. This is a 6 energy. So this is speaking of happiness, you know, in order to achieve happiness, harmony, you know, joy here, abundance, all those beautiful things. Harmony, again, this chaos and conflict card says that, you know, when there's chaos, when there's conflict in our love lives or in our lives in general, it can shake up the foundation of, you know, a grounded relationship, or it can shake up the steady foundation of, you know, the connection. And use this time to, you know, when the dust settles, to make a different decision, to look at the situation for what it is, to figure out what you want to do in the situation while things are shaken up. You know, take the time to look at the situation, look at what you want to do in the situation, look at it for what it is, but use this chaos and conflict to your benefit, because when things settle down, you can, for example, build a new foundation in this relationship moving forward, or you can use this energy to your benefit. So even though there's chaos and conflict now, it does not need to continue on. What you do at this time, what you do with this energy is vital, and this is up to you. So will you allow it to continue, or will you use this chaos and conflict to your benefit in order to evolve the situation so it is not experienced in the future? So I have here this Treasure Island card, and this is number 9 in the reverse. So this is also speaking of some type of ending, but it may be a challenging ending here. You may have difficulties ending this energy. So Treasure Island, you know, when it's in the upright, it speaks of manifestation abilities, you know, receiving gifts, receiving, you know, what it is that you have been trying to manifest. When this is in the reverse, this could speak of poverty consciousness. So this could speak of the need that there is, or the belief that there is not enough. So some of you may be thinking there's not enough love out there. there's not enough, there aren't enough good men, there aren't enough good women, there aren't enough, you know, good people out there. There's not enough love to go around. Everybody's taken, all the good ones are taken, and things like that. So you may be thinking that there is not enough out there, so you may be limited in some way regarding, you know, receiving love and romance. And this is saying to change that mindset from a poverty consciousness and from a lack consciousness to abundance, because really there's an abundance of love to go around. There's so many people in the universe, you know, there's so many people in the universe, in the world, perhaps in the universe, but there's so many people in the world that, you know, there's plenty of love to go around, and there's plenty of time to achieve and receive and obtain the love that you seek. So again, move from a place of limitation, there's not enough, to there is enough. It's just like money. You know, a lot of us tend to think there's not enough money in the world. You know, we don't have enough money. There's not enough money. When new money is printed every single day, there's so much money out there. You know, so we may think there's not enough love, but there's so many people out there that are willing to give and receive love. So there is plenty of love out there for you. I just saw 4440 on the clock. So that is a lot of angelic healing. You know, there's a lot of angelic healing to come to this situation that could be coming through these karmic lessons. But know that there is plenty of love out there for you. There's plenty of love to give and share and receive. You know, there is no lack here. Love, happiness is abundant. There's an abundance of it in this world, in this universe. So regarding your empowerment messages, I have here, the first card is Quest. And this says, be bold and mighty forces will aid you. Take action. Good luck favors the brave. So you have passion, you have purpose, you know, you have passion, you have purpose on this quest, moving forward in this journey, in this, you know, situation. You know, we do have a lot of moving forward energy. You know, you're freeing yourself. There's movement here. So again, it says, be bold and mighty forces will aid you. Be bold in your actions. Know what it is that you want and go after it wholeheartedly. Mighty forces will aid you. Take action. Good luck favors the brave. Be brave in this situation. Even if you have fears, move forward anyway. Feel the fear and move forward anyway, because fear isn't anything that can stop you unless you allow it to. Fear, we all have fears, but we don't have to allow them to stop us. So we have here cycles also. So again, I have a card here of cycles. We are all becoming. Surrender to your changes. Release your fear. Trust this powerful process. Okay. Again, cycles. We are all becoming. Surrender to your changes. Surrender to the changes that you are experiencing. Release any fears that you have. Free yourself from any fears that you have. You could be freeing yourself from fears. Some of you could be just freeing yourself from fears, taking your life back. And you could be in, you know, going away to spend time with your significant other. You know, some of you could be talking about committing and settling down. You know, you're going into seclusion with your significant other, freeing yourself from fears. That could be a thing for some of you. So this cycles card says, we are all becoming. Surrender to your changes. Release your fear and trust this process. So lastly, I'm going to go ahead and get into your postcard from Spirit, last but not least. And then this will go ahead and wrap up your reading. Dearest you, we know everything in the universe is perfect, even in its flaws, and we view the creations of Spirit in total awe. All is unique, yet part of a unity of existence. But the human experience is a little different from ours. You tend to have a specific standard for what you consider ideal, and this isn't serving you right now. So forget your idea of perfection and see through our eyes. Allowing things to be as they are. Allowing things to be as they are without judgment. That's another meaning of this card. So again, the human experience is a little different from ours. You tend to have a specific standard for what you consider ideal, and this isn't serving you right now. So forget your idea of perfection to see through our eyes, allowing all things to be as they are without judgment. Don't wait until a perfect moment or mood to start something. Don't wait until a perfect moment or mood to start something. Instead, enter life with all its flawsomeness. So even though life is not perfect, again, jump in, you know, dive in, jump in with 2 feet. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Let others be who they are too. Imperfect and human, complex or simple. So allow others to be who they are, just as you would like to, be yourself. Just as you would like for others to allow you to be who you are, allow others to be who they are. Love them for who they are, regardless of if they are different from you, or if you think that they could be doing something better, or, whatever it is. Allow others to be who they are, and they will allow you to be who you are, or they should allow you to be who you are. And if they don't, then that may not be the right connection for you. Unless they're trying to provide you with some helpful tips and things and you agree with them. Nobody should try to change somebody. If we love somebody, we do not change them. We love them for who they are. We can encourage them, but we do not seek to change them. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. Let others be who they are too, imperfect and human, complex or simple. It does not matter, for there is always something to discover, experience, and love. When you drop the need for an ideal, you uncover the real treasure, which is far more interesting and valuable. When you drop the need for an ideal, you uncover the real treasure. So drop the need for an ideal, okay, in order to discover the real treasure, which will be far more interesting and valuable. Loving you like crazy. Alrighty, my beautiful, beautiful Gemini friends, 4949 on the clock. Angelic healing coming, and endings, major endings coming for you. So all looks well for you. Alrighty, so those are the messages that I have for you regarding your your June reading for your love and romantic relationships. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching this reading. Please thumbs up and like this video if the messages resonate with you. Please comment, please share, please subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. If you would like to book a private reading with me, again, you can do so at my website, PowerLifeHypnosis.com. You can also contact me at any time through the Instant Go app. Both links are in the description box below. You can book a private reading, a 10, 20, or 30-minute private reading, as well as a future partner reading or an extended future partner reading in the description box below. There was a little glitch there on my website regarding the links and being able to click on the additional links. That has been resolved, so go ahead and check on my website, PowerLifeHypnosis.com. I love you all, my fellow twins, and I look forward to seeing you here again very, very soon. Please come back and check out the mid-monthly readings to see what else is going to go on in your love life this month. All right, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you all here again very, very soon. Mwah. Please check out your moon, sun, and rising sign videos, and also go ahead and cross watch if you like, and watch the video for the person that you are interested in, because those videos may provide you with more messages as well. I love you all, and I look forward to seeing you here again very, very soon. Alrighty, bye everyone.